Hello students, this lecture is about to discuss the connected component in topological spaces, and we will also discuss some results related to this topic. So first we have a definition of connected component, or we can simply say it components also. And component is a maximal connected subspace of a topological space, or we can say that a connected subspace is a component if it is not containing any other connected subspace of X. So here we have another definition of connected components in the terms of equivalence classes. That is, let X be a topological space and we define a relation on X, and for this let us take two arbitrary elements of X, and here X is related to Y. If we take, there is a connected subspace of X which is containing both the elements, that is X and Y, then this relation is an equivalence relation. It means this relation satisfies reflexive, transitive and symmetric property, and this relation also divides the X into disjoint equivalence classes. So if we take X here, then these are the disjoint equivalence classes, and it is a connected subspace of X. So these are the disjoint connected subspace of X, and these equivalence classes are called components of X. So next we have some examples on the connected components, and first one is, if X is connected, then X has only one component, that is X itself. So if X is connected, then there will be no connected subspace of X which is greater than X. So in this case X itself is a component. Now in the second example, in the discrete topological space, each singleton is component, and we know that in the discrete topological space only singletons are the connected subspace of this space. So there is no maximal connected subspace of X other than singletons. So further we discuss results based on the connected components. Our first result is, each connected component of a topological space is closed. So for the proof, let E be a connected component of a topological space X, then E will be the maximal connected subspace of X. So we have one result based on the connected subspace of a topological space, that is, if A is connected subspace of a topological space X, and A is containing B, B is containing a closure, then B is also connected subspace. So in this result, if we replace B by A closure, if we take B is equal to A closure here, then from this result we can say that if A is a connected subspace of a topological space X, then A closure is also connected subspace of X. So by using this result, we can say that if A is connected subspace of topological space X, this implies E closure is also connected. and also any set is contained in its closure. And also from the definition of our connected components, we have E is the maximal connected subspace of X. So if E closure is connected, then it is contained in E only. So from 1 and 2 we can say that E is equal to E closure. So it means E is closed. So this way we have proved the result that if we are taking any connected component of a topological space, then it is closed. So next we have another result, that is, let X be a topological space, then for each element of X there is exactly one component of set X which is containing that element. And second one is each connected subspace of X is contained in exactly one component of X. So from this result we can easily say that any two connected component of a topological space are disjoint. So for the proof, let a collection, so which is a collection of all the connected subspaces of X, which is given by C alpha, where alpha belongs to index set I, and we are taking those C alphas which are containing X element. So it is a collection of all the connected subspaces of X which contains X element. So X is a arbitrary element of set X here. Now if we take intersection of each C alpha, then it will be non-empty because each C alpha is containing X element here. Now each C alpha is connected here. So if we take union of connected subspace of X, then it will also be connected. So let us take C, which represents union of each C alpha here. So we use it here as each C alpha is connected is also connected. So which implies C is connected. Now here C is a union of C alphas and each C alpha is containing X element. So which implies X belongs to C also. And from the definition of C, we can easily say that C alpha is containing C for each alpha belongs to I. So which implies C is the maximal connected subspace. So C is component here. Which contains X element. So now we have a component of X which is containing X element, and we have to prove that there is exactly one component of X which is containing X element. So it is sufficient to prove that X will not contain any other component of X. So from here we will prove that X is not contained in any other component of X. So we will prove it by contradiction method. So on the contrary, let us take another component of X which is containing X element. So C star is a component of X, so it is a maximal connected subspace of X, and we have C also, which is connected subspace of X, which contains X element. So from the definition of connected component of X, from here we can say that C is containing C star. So here C star is a component of X. From here we can also say C star is the connected subspace of X. Which is containing X element. And here we have taken collection of all the connected subspaces of X which is containing X element. So here we can say that from definition of A, C star belongs to this collection, which further implies C star belongs to union of this collection and which is containing C, because C is a union of all the connected subspaces of X here. So C star is containing C also. So if we call this is the first equation and it is the second equation. So from 1 and 2, we have C star is equal to C. So from here we can say that C is exactly one component of X which is containing X element. So which proves the first part. Now to prove the second part, again we take a collection of all the connected subspaces of X. So here we take, let M be a non-empty connected subspace of X. And we take a collection which is containing all the connected subspace of X. It is given by C alpha and alpha belongs to index I here, and we are taking those connected subspaces of X here which are containing M. So it is a collection of all the connected subspaces of X which is containing subspace M. And if we take intersection of these C alphas, it will be non-empty because each C alpha is containing M here. And also C alpha is connected here. So if we take union of connected subspaces of X, it is also connected. So here again we take C is equal to union of these C alphas So it is connected subspace of X. So here C is a union of each C alphas here. So as C alpha is contained in C, then C is the maximal connected subspace of X. Or we can say C is the component of X, which is containing M. So now we have a component of X which is containing subspace M, and here we have to prove that each connected subspace of X is containing exactly one component of X. So here we have to prove that there is no other component of X which is containing M here. So here we have to prove that M is not contained in any other component of X. So on the contrary, let C star be the component of X which is containing subspace M. Here C star is a component of X, it means it is a maximal connected subspace of X which is containing M here, and also C is the connected subspace of X which is containing M. So from the definition of component, we can say that C is containing C star. So let us call this is a third equation. Now further we have as C star is the connected subspace of X which is containing M. So it belongs to this collection which is containing all the connected subspaces of X containing M subspace. So from the definition of that collection, C star belongs to this collection. Now if we take union, then it also belongs to this union, and union of all the connected subspace is represented by C here. So from here we can say that C star is containing C. So let us call it fourth equation. So from third and fourth we get C star is equal to C. So here we have proved that C is the only connected component of X which is containing subspace M, and M is also connected subspace of X here. So here we have proved this second part also, that each connected subspace of X is containing exactly one component of X. So now we will prove that any two connected components are separated. So for the proof, let us take A and B, the two connected component of a topological space X, And from the previous result, we know that any two connected components of a topological space are disjoint. So from this, we can say that A intersection B is empty. And we also know that we have done one result here. Each component of a topological space X is closed. So here A and B are two connected components of X. So A and B both are closed here. So which implies A is equal to A closer and B is equal to B closed. So if I take this is the first equation, from 1 we can write in the place of A we can write A closer, intersection B is empty, and in second we can take A intersection B closer is also empty. So from the definition of separated sets we can say that A and B both are separated sets here. So if we take any two connected components in topological space, then they are separated. So in this lecture we have discussed a term connected component and the results related to it. So in the next lecture we will discuss about the totally disconnected space and some results related to it. Thank you.